Hello everybody, welcome. I'm Stacy and today we are going to be painting this little flower. I'm deciding to drop in the background first. I'm using Arch's 140-pound cold press watercolor paper and my beam paints. And I'm going to choose my Prussian blue, I believe, for the background. It's one of my favorite blues. My particular favorite blues are indigo and Prussian. And then going down from there is, of course, ultramarine, and then any other like cobalt or sky or whatever variant of blue there is after that. And I wanted to just drop in and wet into wet and get a nice dark blue black background here. That dark, kind of shooting for a super dark background, sort of effective. I should have done another layer after the fact, but yeah, overall I feel like it's really effective. This is a beautiful, beautiful blue. I really wanted to showcase the depth of blue that I could get here. That nice dark blue with the bright flower over the top. Perhaps this is too small of a piece for this kind of technique. But I had already drawn it out and I had already decided in my head what I wanted to do. So here we are. And just dropping in almost pure color out of the palette. It's pretty, the paper's pretty wet. And quickly painting around the exterior edges so that I don't get hard lines in my background. You gotta move a little. You gotta hustle up. This is sped up 2.5 times. Just so you guys are aware. It took about 20 minutes. 20 minutes? Yeah, for this piece, start to finish. There we go. Oh, my alarm's going off. Sorry about that. Time to get up and do some stretches. I set alarms to move around because I forget to get up out of this chair and move around throughout the day if I don't. You get working on art or work or editing videos and stuff, and you just forget to move your body. Heat tool this, blasting it, and then I'm just letting the background be what it is. I'm kind of digging the little variations in the background there. It's not a flat blue, which is kind of what I was going for. And then I'm using my favorite yellow here. This is my pumpkin spice in my beam paints. It has a bit of mica in it, and it has this glorious color. I love this color so much. And I decided I got it way too dark, way too fast. So I'm trying to lift out the center of the flower and leave the tips of the petals a darker color. And I fuss with this quite a lot. I want the color, basically I want the tips of the flowers to have the boldest color and then fade to a light, almost white middle. And then the little buds I'm just dropping color on. See that mica swirling around? It swirls around. And it dries down so nice, and it actually reads on camera as mica. And then I decide I'm going to go over this with my watercolor pencils to get some variation and pops of brightness in the petals. Sorry about the camera shake. I totally forgot to tighten up the boom arm on my camera. Just quickly skimming over the surface of the watercolor paper to sort of smooth out and make the petals look more velvety and smooth. Not really getting that effect at all, but just kind of rolling with it. Just kind of doing the thing. Do the thing. And then I'm skimming in watercolor pencil on the stems as well. Wow, that camera shake's really bad on this one. I'm so sorry. Hopefully that's not making anybody dizzy. Going in with the dark. Super dark. On the edges there, just to make the flower pop a little bit from the background and have a little more depth and dimension. Ooh, lost my air for a second there. Just another shade of green to kind of get those stems to stand out from that background. I really wanted this to have that pop effect, and I don't feel like I'm getting that. My glorious Prismacolor white colored pencil here to blend and add brightness. I do use the white to blend colors together and to add whiteness, that bright sheen. The white is pretty good for that kind of effect. And then it's a bit much, so I'm going back and I'm trying to get some details in the little center of the flower there, some little speckles. And this isn't any particular flower, I just kind of doodled a flower. And a little bit of shadowing. Overall, not really pleased with this piece. I know I can do better. But yeah, it just is what it is, and that's okay. And then I feel like I got carried away with the white, so I'm popping in a little bit more of that pumpkin spice to bring it back a little bit and blend in that the edges of the white seem to be too harsh. So I'm trying to push it back just a bit. I'm going to go ahead and dry that really quickly so that I can go over the top with the pencil. And I decided to put a little bit of white on the edges of the pencil, or the petals there, just to offer a little bit of sparkle and glow, maybe light shining through the petals from the sun. You know, they're more sheer there. And I think it just made it look messier, which is fine. Not every painting's going to be a win. And these little ones tend to be experimental pieces. I just kind of throw everything at the page. And then I'm touching up some dark details with a micron, just a black ink pen. They're waterproof. They go over colored pencil and mica pretty well. Not always, depending on the depth of colored pencil and mica, but for this, they do the job. I wanted to line the edge of that stem a little bit. And it's kind of effective. But there we are. That's where we're leaving it. I'm just cutting the tape so that I can peel it all off and give you guys a little close-up of what's going on the page. I do love the blue background. I'm going to have to redo another flower with that blue background. Or maybe a turtle or something. I do love to paint turtles. I haven't done one in a while. If you have something you'd like to see me paint, drop it in the comments below. There's our little piece. There's the close-up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all the things. Still not satisfied. I'm trying, man. I'm so trying. Going in with a little orange. That's funny. All right. There we are. I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and yeah. Bye.